Hello and welcome back, my dear friends. So, in this class, we shall begin by using this database that we had created. Use class 1, execute it. Under this, we created some tables, we imported some tables. Now, if you remember in the previous class, we had gone through an operation like this where we use the group by clause. Okay, and we were finding out like select the department, that is department will be displayed, and then average salary will be displayed from this particular table with a condition where an individual belongs to the managerial designation and also has got salary of greater than 50,000, and that will be grouped by department. So that means people who are basically managers and have their salaries greater than 50,000, they will be sorted out from each department, and then department wise the salaries of those people will be averaged. So if a person is a manager and is greater and the person's salary is greater than 50,000, and we have say two such people belonging to say operations department, then their salaries will be averaged. If there are three people who basically satisfy these two conditions, then their salaries will be averaged. Say those three are from the operations department. Like this for the other departments also. So we are here grouping two columns, and over the top of that we are performing the average function. So that is an aggregate function. Aggregate function like average, sum, count, mean, max. Whenever you're trying to use them and you're trying to group columns, then you have to use the group by clause. All right. So when you select and run it, then you see department wise the average salaries of managers, they are displayed out here uniquely. So for contractual department, the average salaries of managers the average salary of managers is displayed out here. If say there are two managers from here having their salaries greater than 50,000, then their salaries are averaged. From HRD department, say you have three managers who have their salaries greater than 50,000, then their salaries are averaged and displayed here. Like this dot dot up to operations department, say there are five people from this department who are managers and have their salaries greater than 50,000, so their salaries will be averaged. So group by department will basically help you out to group columns and then uniquely and distinctly place out the department names. Like there are five such departments which are uniquely placed out here, and then will perform, and then this aggregate function like average will be possible, which you can perform on a column from a particular table, and that will be displayed out here in the second column. Now we have something known as having clause also. All right, having clause means, now suppose here I am giving just this condition greater than, this is a comparison operator example, like salary greater than 50,000. Okay, now if I want something like average salary greater than 50,000, then what will happen here? An error comes. Okay, now according to the syntax format of the SQL, if you want to perform an operation like this where you will have where you will use the AND operator, and along with that you will have the comparison operator, where you're checking salary greater than say 50,000, but you're trying to perform the average over it, then that has to be done with this having clause. All right. So if you want to if you want to find out the average salaries of managers from each department, but with a condition that if the average salaries of those managers come out to be greater than 170,000, then only their salaries, average salaries department wise, will be displayed. So select department, then AVG function, aggregate function over salary column from the EMP underscore INC table. This is named as average underscore sal column. So these two columns will be displayed, department and AVG underscore sal, that is average salary. These two columns will be displayed. And how will their values be sorted out? It will be sorted on this condition that where designation is equals to manager. So first Wherever the designation is manager, those managers will be picked up, and they will be picked up from the departments. That is, they will be picked up from each department. And then what will happen? Their salaries will be averaged. So having average salary greater than 170,000, having average salary greater than 170,000 will imply that the managers, once they are picked up from each department, then from each department the salaries of the managers, they will be averaged, and after that it will be checked whether the average salary of managers from a particular department is greater than 170,000 or not. If yes, then will be displayed, otherwise it won't be it will be discarded off. It won't be included in the result. So if you select here and execute, so you see there are only basically two departments who satisfy this criteria, where you have managers and their average salaries are greater than 170,000. Okay, so this was with the having average. So where you come to this particular line, again select department, that will be displayed as a column, avg function on salary column, that is named as average avg underscore sal, that is average salary, and these two columns, that is department and salary, are picked up from this table emp underscore inc. So they will be displayed, department will be displayed and average salary column will be displayed. And how will their values be sorted out? Where designation is equals to manager, so wherever manager is there, those people will be sorted out from each department. That's why we have this group by department, because here we are grouping more than one column. Here we are grouping two columns. So group by department has to be there, and it will select out unique wise department names. And then from unique wise departments, managers will be picked up, and then it will be checked that if their average salary is greater than 170,000 or not. Alright, so managers from each department are picked up, and then their salaries will be averaged, and then it will be checked having average salary greater than 170,000 or not. So the managers who belong to each department, their salaries will be averaged and will be checked whether greater than 170,000 or not. If yes, they will be displayed, otherwise they won't be displayed. And after, if you want to arrange them, if you want to arrange your result in a particular order, ascending or descending, then for that you have this order by clause, which should be placed below the having. So once the results are obtained, then after that, if you want to sort them out in a particular order like descending, so for that we use order by clause. All right, so order by average salary descending. So the average salaries, whatever the average salaries have been calculated, they will be displayed in descending order, that is from highest to lowest. If in the last code there was no order by here, so the results were automatically displayed in ascending order, that is the average salary based on the ascending order of the average salary column. Based on the ascending order of the average salary column, the results were displayed. And if you want to display the result on the basis of descending order of average salary, then you have to specify here order by clause, then average salary, and in descending. So now you'll see operations will come at the top and miscellaneous will go below it. Operations goes over the top, miscellaneous comes below it. This is in descending order because 285510 is the highest and 196907 is the lowest. As these two departments are only considered here who satisfy this criteria, so and it's go descending, that means it goes highest to lowest. So one value is highest, which is this, one value is lowest, which is this. All right, then next we have something known as joins. Joins are normally used to find out some common records between multiple tables. All right, between two tables, if you want to find out some common records, then for that purpose we use joins. So what I'm doing here is select e.eid comma name comma city comma phone. Now these four columns, EID is such a column which is common. whenever you want to find out common records between two tables, then you need to focus on what column is there which is common between, between the two tables. So EID, if you remember, we had these two tables, emp2 underscore 2 and emp underscore nc. So if you select and run it, you see EID here and EID here, they were basically common between these two tables. All right. Now select e.eid. e.eid. Why I am giving it .eid? Because EID is common between both these tables. Then name. Name belongs to this parent table, that is emp2 underscore 2. Then city belongs to this parent table. Then phone belongs to this parent table. And after that, we are having designation, department, salary, which do not belong to this table, but rather belong to this child table here, here, and here. So what I'm trying to do, I am trying to display, that is select e.eid, name, city, phone, designation, department, salary. So these are columns. These are the columns which I want to display, but they are from two different tables. Like EID, name, city, phone, these are from one table. Designation, department, salary are from another table. So in such a scenario, we are trying to display the column values, various column values from different tables. In such a case, we can use the join operation. All right. So from emp2 underscore 2e, from emp2 underscore 2, and this I am renaming as e. That's why I have given here e.eid. After that, you give inner join, and then you give this table, and the second table that you want to be related, emp underscore inc, which has been renamed here as ei. Then on, then e is used for this particular table. So e and .eid is equals to ei, which is used as the alias name for this particular table, will come here .eid. So EID for this particular table, which is also known as the left table, like whatever comes before the join, whatever here comes before the join, that is emp2 underscore 2, that will be your left table, and whatever comes after the join, that table will be the right table. So this is the left table renamed as E, and this is the right table renamed as EI. And what is common between them? EID column. So between these two tables, whatever EIDs are common, like for this parent table, we had 132 rows. That means 132 EIDs for employees. And what do we have in this particular table? In this particular table, we had 79 rows in this child table. And all that, like out of this 132 EIDs, 79 EIDs were placed up here. So 58 EIDs, that is 53 EIDs are not placed here. Got my point? So it's like all the 132 employees, they have their records in this table, but not all the 132 have their records in this second table, which is my right table. All right. Only 79 out of those employees have their records in this second table also. So there are 79 employees who have their records in this table, emp2 underscore 2, which is my left table. And these 79 employees also have their records in this child table, which is emp underscore inc, renamed as ei, which is nothing but my right table. So please remember, this is the left table and this is the right table. Before join is the left table. After join, we have the right table. And then you have to give a command like this, where you place the common column. The whatever column is you find common between the two tables, you have to place it like this. So what will happen? Inner join will display only the common records between the two tables. Inner join will display only the common records from these two tables. So say, like, for example, here these couple of EIDs are there who have their names, addresses, address 1, address 2, city, phone, email, DOB, DOJ, and correspondingly these EIDs are present in this particular table also. Just imagine. And they do have their department designation and salaries. So what I'm trying to display here, EID. So EID will be displayed. Whatever EIDs are common between them, corresponding name will be displayed, names will be displayed, cities will be displayed, phones will be displayed. They will be displayed from this particular table, EMP2_2, which is your left table. And the remaining 3 columns will be selected from this child table, EMP_INC, which is my right table. And as because the EIDs are common between them, so they will have the records in these 3 columns also. So 79 records altogether will be displayed. 79 rows will be altogether displayed. See, EID, these are the common EIDs between the 2 tables which have been displayed out. If you look at the right hand side bottom corner, 79 rows. So there are 79 records which are common between the 2 tables. That means there are 79 employees who have their records in both the tables, left table as well as in the right table. So they have their records in the left table where you have name, city, phone, name, city and phone. And these employees having these employee IDs, they do have their records in the right table also, designation, department, salary. So not even a single value will be null. Wherever there is matching, there will be value. Wherever you don't have EID matching, then in the corresponding columns, you will have null values. So see, just for yourself, there are no null values here. There are no null values in any of the under any of the columns, because all the from 132 employees, 79 employees have their records in the right table also. This is what inner join will display. Inner join will display just the common records. Whatever is common, only that will be selected and displayed. Now coming to left join. Again the same thing I want to see. Select E.EID, name, city, phone. So EID, name, city, phone. These four columns, they will be basically selected from which table? They will be selected from EMP2_2, which is my left table. From EMP2_2, which is named as E, and it is placed before the left join. Alright, so whatever is placed before join, whether it be inner join, left join or right join, that will be your left table, and whatever is placed after join, that will be your right table. Alright, so these 4 columns, EID, name, city, phone, they will be selected from the left table, EMP2_2, and these 3 columns, designation, department, salary, they will be selected from the right table, which is the child table, which is EMP_INC, named as EI. So from EMP2_2E, left join this table EMP_INC, EI, and I have to mention the common field between them in this fashion. On E.EID is equals to EI.EID. So left join will be performed on these 2 tables, E and EI, on the basis of the EID columns that these 2 tables possess. Now left join, what it will do? It will display all the records from the left table. So it will display all the records from this left table, that is all the 132 EID, all the 132 EID values will be displayed. So you will have total how many rows? 132 rows. There are corresponding all 132 names will be displayed. All the corresponding 132 names will be displayed. All the corresponding city names will be displayed. All the corresponding phone numbers will be displayed. Because EMP2_2 named as E has 132 records, and in all the 132 records you have your EID values, name, city and phone values. Now whatever EID values are basically common between EMP2_2 and EMPI_INC, for those corresponding EID values, the corresponding designation values, department values and salary values will be picked up from this table and will be displayed. And wherever you don't have any matching, that is some EID values are there in this table but those are not mentioned in this table. So those corresponding EIDs, they don't have any records in this particular tables also. So for them, null values will be placed under these three columns: designation, department, salary. So let us check it once. Select and execute. See, at the right hand side bottom corner, you have 132 rows. So all the 132 rows are there, selected from the emp2_2 table named as EI. Okay. Corresponding names are also there. All the 132 names are picked up from emp2_2 table. All the city names are also displayed from the emp2_2 table. Nowhere you will found null for them. All the 132 phone numbers are also picked up from the emp2_2 table. All right. And then we move to the right table columns, that is designation, department, and salary. EID name city, EID name city, phone, they belong to emp2_ table, and alongside with that, we have also designation, department, and salary columns displayed, which belong to the emp_inc table, that is the right table. Now I1001, for example, this particular employee has the employee ID I1001, name is Robbie Gupta, city is Delhi, phone is this one. These data are obtained from emp2_ table. And this particular EID, employee ID, also has records in the right table, that is emp_inc, which is the child table. There the designation is director, department is operations, 480005 is the salary. So all of them are mashed up together and placed in one row. Same for I1002 person also. This person has got records in both the tables. Hence name, city, phone, EID, these are all placed. These all values are placed, and this particular EID has also corresponding values for designation, department, and salary in the right table. Where the designation is VP, department is operations, salary is 245005. Like this you go. 79 people have common records in both the tables. There is 79 people have records in both the tables, but not all have got records in both the tables, like this one, I1041 employee. This person has I1041 employee has its record in the emp2_2 table, left table. Name is there, city is there, phone is there. But this particular EID's corresponding record is not present in the right table. That is not present in the emp_inc table. Because if you go into the emp_inc table, you will see there is no EID value of I1041. I1041 is present in the emp2_2 table, but is not present in the emp_inc table. And definitely, if it is not present, if this EID is not present in the right table, then there won't be any record of it also. Then there won't be any record of this EID also in the right table. No value for designation, no value for department, no value for salary. That's why placed as null. Same logic for this particular employee also, who has EID I1042. This EID is present in the left table, that is emp2_2, has the name, has the city, has the phone, but this particular EID value is not present in the right table. That means it does not have any records for designation, department, and salary columns in the right table. For which EID? For EID I1042, which is not present in the right table but present in the left table. Hence the data from the right table is null from these three columns. Similarly, if you go, again some values are filled, again some values are not filled. So altogether there are the people who don't have records in the right table. They have records in the left table but don't have records in the right table. For them, null values will be displayed for the columns taken from the right table. And that's what comes with the left join. It will display all the records from the left table. Then if you go to the right join, same code, only instead of left join we have right join. What does right join do? Right join will display all the records. Right join will display like left join. What it does is that it will display all the records. It will display all the records from the left table and all the common records between the left and right table, and whatever is not common between the left and right, for them the values will be null for the corresponding columns from the right table. And if you go to this right join, then it will just do the opposite, like it will display all the records. Right join will display all the records from the right table and will display all the common records between the right table and the left table, and whatever is not common between the two tables, for that you will have null values. Now if you pay attention, then the right table consists of 79 rows. Right table consists of 79 rows, and all those 79 rows are present in the left table also, because in the left table it is the parent table. There we had 132 rows, and out of that 79 rows were picked up and placed in the second table, that is in the right table, which is emp_inc. So this right join will display all the records from the right table, that is all the 79 records from the right table, and it shall display all the common records between the right table and left table. And if there are some EIDs which are not common between the two tables, then for them the values will be, the values under the columns will be null. For which columns I'm talking about? The columns from the left table. However, that scenario won't occur here, because like this EID I1001 has its records in this table, has its records in the emp2_ table, as well as has its records in this emp_inc table also. So all the 79 EIDs from this table, that is right table, they have their records in the left table also. So there are no mismatch in the EIDs in this scenario. There is no mismatch in the EIDs in this scenario. All the EIDs are matching. Now see, at the right hand side bottom corner, 79 rows are displayed. So these are the common EIDs between the two tables. This is not the common, but rather I would say that all the 79 EID values from the right table have been picked up. All the 79 EID values from the right table have been picked up. Their corresponding data for designation, department, salary, they are also picked up. In the right table there was no null value, so no question of null. All the columns had their values filled up. So all these columns will have their 79 values each. And then all these EIDs are present there in the left table also, that is the emp2_2. And there they do have the records of name, city and phone also. So I1001 has got its record in the right table, which is director for designation, operations for department, 480005 source salary. And this EID also has its record for name in the left table, that is name is Robbie Gupta, city is Delhi, phone is this one, and has its records from the right table also. So right join will display all the records from the right table, will display all the common records between the right table and the left table, and those values which and wherever there is a mismatch, wherever there is no matching between the EIDs of the two tables, for that null values will be there under the columns of the left table. Then you have full join. Full join, what it will do? Now this will basically display all the records from the left table, then it will display all the records from the right table, and then subtract all the common records between the two tables. So formula wise, if you go, it should be, suppose A number of records you have from the left table, B number of records you have from the right table, and minus A intersection B. A intersection B means whatever common between A and B. So say suppose for example, here how many rows we have? 132 rows from the left table, 79 rows from the right table, and how many common rows between the two tables? 79. So ultimately 132 rows will be displayed. 132 rows will be displayed. And from where will it get 132 rows? All the 132 rows it will get from emp2_2 table, that is the left table, and it will display the corresponding EID, all the 132 EIDs, all from the left table, all the 132 names from the left table, all the 132 cities from the left table, all the 132 phone numbers from the left table. And from here, department designation salary also will be displayed alongside. And they have for each column there are 79 records which are there. Those will be displayed. For designation also 79 records are there, and for salary also 79 records are there, which are present. And wherever there is no matching of EID, for them correspondingly the values under department will be null, the values under designation will be null, the values under salary will be also null. All right, like if you see here, just like the it's just like the left join kind of, because of the number here, because here from 132 79 records have been placed in the right table, and these 79 records are the common ones between the left and the right table. Formula wise, if you go, you will have this 132 rows, so automatically it will select from the left table, and in the left table you have all the 132 EID values, all the 132 names, all the 132 cities, all the 132 phone numbers. Alongside with them, department designation salary columns will be also displayed, and they will be picked up from the right table. And in the right table there are 79 common records. So that means department will have 79 values, designation will have 79 values, salary will have 79 values. The rest of the values under these three columns, they will be all null, because not all the EIDs are present in the right table. So if you check here, values are there, values are there. EID name, city, phone will be completely non-null. Designation, department, salary won't be completely not null. They will have some null values. If you check here, okay, I have not run it. You have to run it. 132 rows. Look at the right hand side bottom corner, 132 rows. Check if there are any. Yes, this particular person I1041 does not have, it does have records in the left table but does not have any records in the right table. Hence these columns, department designation salary from the right table, they consist null values for this particular person. Same for the other employee IDs also. There is for other employees also. But wherever there is EID matching, there correspondingly the records from the right table under the department designation salary will be placed out here also under department designation salary. Okay, this is how you go. Now say suppose the number would have been something else. Say suppose in the left table you had 100 say 64 164 records from the left table you had, and from the right table say you had 172 rows. All right, minus common records between the two tables, say there would have been 80. Then what would have been the result? 164 plus 172 means 336. 336 minus 80 is 256. So 256 records would have been displayed out here. All right. So this is about full join. So that's it for this class. Thank you.